Today we're playing Hands of the Killer by Garment District. You might remember this is the sequel to Voice of the Killer. So again, a lot of my praise for that game carries over to this one. The title screen looks very interesting, the art is very unique. So let's jump in. No mouse? No mouse. The moon is high, but I'm feeling restless. The apartment block's protective shutters have gone down for the night. Maybe a walk around is what I need. BB's report. Note on the strange masks. Recently, strange masks have begun appearing in the city. What's with these masks? Nobody wants to talk about them, in my opinion. And then I guess she fell asleep. Ooh, oh, I was. Oh man, can I go back? I want to explore the room some more. I guess not. Aside from night noises, this part of the city has many amenities. The rooms here are cheap because of all the murders. Unfortunately, rent is due all the same. That's pretty funny. Another reason for the cheap rooms is the antiquated security system. Far beneath today's superior anti-murder technology, this elevator will be unusable till morning. The shutters are scored and pitted on both sides with knife marks. This world is so horrible. The first game talked a lot about just casually talking about murder and crime, which I guess is part of the charm and the humor. Every week, someone leaves one of these flyers in the hall. I often wonder what it's about in this town that leads to such a weird advertising sensibility. Like the dancing plant. The television is playing a foreign drama, but I can sort of work out what's happening. Yeah, we already read that. Friendly reminder, owners not liable for what happens in the tunnels. I like the little dinosaur. Okay, tunnels sounds like not very much fun. A soft vibration runs through the floor of the laundry room. None of the other residents are around at this hour, but all the washers are in use day and night. And they're leaking slime. That's gross. Through the window of the washer, I can see a kind of grayish pulpy sludge churned indefinitely by the big spinners. I guess someone wants it very clean. Ooh, a little bit of camera glitching. I've never been able to find out who pulled off the tunnel cover to start with, although the joke is that the owners thought it would be cheaper than building a fire escape. The air from inside is inviting and cool. Oh, this isn't spooky at all. Oh, it's first person. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Alright, I hope there's no jump scares in this. Can I strafe? Not really. Can I go in here? Oh, I'm looking through the vent into someone's room. I got it. It's kind of. I'm being the creeper. That'll take me back to where I went, right? So I'm gonna go this way. I climb out into some kind of storeroom. Dead moths under my feet. The clothes here look to be around 20 years old, which is not enough, so I'll have to go deeper. At this point, I feel I should explain something about the nature of this building. Where Like many cities, this one underwent many changes over the years. There was an industrial period, a retail period, a service period, etc., until gradually the things it manufactured became too abstract and indecipherable to, to easily be summarized in any way. I still hope to find out what they are myself someday. Anyway, with each change in the economy, the building was adapted to a new shape. New rooms are added or closed off, each layer draped piecemeal over the last to form new spaces where opportunity might live. Speaking of which, ZZ says the sweet spot for nostalgia material is 30 to 40 years old, or old enough to smell like death. I think the internet is accelerating her tendencies toward the gothic. Personally, I've always trended more towards true crime. I don't think we've met ZZ. Uh, I displaced some spiders and rummage in the box. Result: three copies of Patch Adams on VHS, a jigsaw puzzle with a picture of a boat, miscellaneous plastic shit. I don't feel like carrying any of that back. The search goes on. Is this the way I came? I think so. Maybe not. Let's check it out. Ugh, creepy. Whoa. Oh, that scared me. When I pick up the Bort doll, a layer of greasy rubber skin comes off and sticks to my hands. The bulbous eyes roll crazily around. No good to sell, but maybe it could be scavenged for parts? I make a mental note. Hmm, this place is kind of maze-like. Another box. This one says Stickies and shows a smiling woman being encased in green slime. It's being held tightly shut with electrical tape. There's a person over there. Should I go talk to them? Or maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's just a piece of furniture with some kind of covering on it. It sure looks kind of creepy though. Weird handprints. I'm debating if I should go back and check out the other rooms. I guess I'll just keep going. So far tonight's pickings have been slim, so I'll keep moving and gradually find myself in a place I've never been before. The corridors are narrow, but still felt lived in somehow. The rooms get closer and the clutter more deliberate, and the wallpaper uglier. Flyers for a local bingo night have been left in the hall. A potted plant that's still alive, old but well used office supplies that don't have too much dust. I hear soft whispering behind the wall. This part feels like a waiting room, but there's no one else around. Fresh magazines have been left on the couches. Who are they expecting here exactly? Is your name Donald Duck? No. I've got it. In that case, you must be Mickey Mouse. No. If your name's not Mickey Mouse, then you must be Donald Duck. Don't waste my time with insults. Anyway, come inside. Whoa. Help, don't kidnap me. I'm not worth anything monetarily. What's this? Why, it's a My First Strangle Victim doll, circa 1971, in surprisingly good condition. I did believe we'd used up the last of them some time before. I wonder where they found it. What? I'm not a doll. Really? You're dressed very similarly, though. Bzz, help, don't strangle me. I'm a real person. Help. Oh, that's so morbid. I love it. A stupid coincidence. Oh, they were a wonderful toy. If you opened up the torso, they had little plastic innards, and if you stood on their throats, their eyes would really bulge. Sometimes I think that's what first put me on the path of pure research, before administrative duties began taking up all of my time. In truth, it makes little difference, as like everybody in college, I lost the ability to distinguish people from dolls some time ago. I wonder why I'm talking to a toy, old age. Soon I'll ask a member of staff to come in and carve off the skin or the coating, what have you, and we can figure out what lies inside. The path of pure research is long. In the meantime, there are committee meetings. Goodbye, goodbye. Wait, this is a college? College of what? Luckily, they seem to have a very abstract notion of how knots work. But I guess that's academia for you. I better vamos. I tried to keep track of how far I was being carried, but I lost count around the 11th flight of stairs. From the window, the town has a postcard aspect, like the view from a penthouse. Has my fashion sense really been ripping off an obscure and horrible doll line all these years? Is nothing new under the sun? They look too mutilated to be worth anything, so I guess the terrible secret dies with them. I hear a drilling noise and breaking glass, and everything smells like sawdust and wet paint. I feel like a work in progress. Something tells me I should stay out of people's way. The elevator shutters rusted shut, but at least I'm still in the network of the same antique security system. The buttons on the panel look like they've been melted away by acid. Oh, don't want him to touch me. Kitty cat wallpaper. Uh, is this a teacher's lounge? Anatomically, diagrams crudely printed with astrology symbols are scattered all over the desks and walls, along with ashtrays and moldy week-old coffee. Posters on the wall for a school production of Melmo the Wanderer. Bring your own special effects. Use knives and drills for sale or exchange. Tuition in Esperanto, the language of the future. Welcome, bon vivant. This demonstration apartment has been carefully set up for you to practice new techniques as though in the wild. Please restore all equipment to proper place after using. Well-maintained window ledges and ladders just out of sight allow easy access. Try softly tapping at the window from the outside until someone comes to throw open the curtains for extra effect. The uncanniness of the intrusion will also buy you more time. Ideally, a murder is dynamic interplay of elements. Here, the passivity of the sleeping victim is aesthetically offset by a needless disproportionate disproportion of knife violence. Remember your ABCs. Always be tabbing. That's funny. I cannot read today. Uh, can I go through this room? No. Apparently this was a dead end. No pun intended. Oh wait, I see something. Yeah. By using secret access tunnels leading under the bathroom, a lethally modified toilet snake can be deployed to great effect. This style of murder has many antecedents in the world history and has been reinvented for the modern era. That's awesome. Okay, this does not look like the way out. So, this way. This room's full of crude homemade machines made of junk that's creaking and shifting. I'm not sure how any of them are meant to work. Everything just heaps of knives and balsa wood. Oh, that's where I was originally. So, oh yeah, there he is. Okay. So I think he's actually blocking the path of where I need to go. But now that I know the layout of the floor, I think I can get around him. Unless he turned. Oh, he got me. Uh, Boy, it's been a while since I got my hands dirty with this one, with one of you things. Now let me think. Is this a Phillips? Oh, I can scooch away. That's funny. Ugh, that was scary. I don't like being kidnapped. Where do I go? That was the door I went to. I haven't been in here. I hear a dude. Yeah, there he is. Ah! Oh, man. Where am I? Oh, a horrible noise of splitting plastic and screaming and breaking can be heard coming from behind the door. I resolve to stay firmly on this side of. I don't know if I'm in the same area, but I'm all turned around. Oh no, I know where I am now. This is the library. Ooh. Ah! I hope this isn't a dead end. Boy, they really went all out renovating this place. Beneath the wallpaper, outlines of sealed doorways can be seen. Decades of staff rotas peel off the wall as I move by. I don't know what staff rotas are. Pages and pages of rambling text on moldering and discolored paper have been stuck up on the walls with what looks like to be ketchup. The academic job market takes another toll. Saw history in the body of a murder convict, while Asaphael saw it in a decapitated king. Creating history is the duty of all murderers, and in the tools they hack with, we see the reflection of a new age that is to come. To perfect a murder, we must create a new universe devoted exclusively towards that purpose. We must also consider the possibility that we live in it already. To imagine a new society is to call it into being. We must first prepare a list of bylaws. Okay. Photographs mark the inauguration of the college on the evening of the Great Vision. What's the point of the portraits when everyone is wearing a mask? My goodness, what's this? Having survived the workshop of necessity. Oh wait, who's talking? I now find myself stranded in the new world of the aesthetic. Haha, such are the thoughts of the general public as they make their cautious entrance into history. Are they like watching me on a TV or something? This room is insane. Bloody Night. Oh, it's like a film set. Interesting. The new age will be theatrical, and thus we stand to learn theater, an empty space menaced by an ominous facade. The fourth wall is the. Sorry, I can't read and run from these guys at the same time. The fourth wall is the entrance to an alleyway, the length of which extends through all time. Haha, think of the new buildings we'll need to have alleyways like this. Sound sculpture masks the sounds of different distant screams, approaching steps. As such, I believe they will be very popular. Of course, ultimately, such noises are the foundation of a far greater symphony, but there's no shame in being midwife to a dream. I'm gonna have to skip that one because he's chasing me. Uh, in our video lab, we can covertly influence the culture by filming our death fantasies and releasing them as commercial horror films. Our Bloody Night franchise has sold thousands of copies. Bloody Night? Aren't those shitty direct-to-video horror films that everybody watches to make fun of? Everybody what now? Uh, okay. This is not where I'm supposed to go. Because if I follow this guy, he can't get the jump on me. Not where I wanted to go. I didn't even see him. Can art be a murder weapon? My thesis project will finally resolve this ancient question. Using pattern and form, it overwhelms, then destroys the subject's own sense of psyche and physical coherence. It just feels like a stupid music video. Oh, okay. I know where I am. Let's see if I can get out of this place this time. There it is. A calm study nestles in the middle of the horrible murder compound. Respectable leather-bound tomes line the walls. An aura of propriety seems to muffle all the sound. I think my nose is bleeding. Copies of the owner's publications, including Introduction to the Western Canon, Advanced Studies in the Western Canon, Whatever Happened to the Western Canon, and The Western Canon Rocks Out, abridged edition for teens and study groups. A picture of the hooded man I met when I woke up. The prestigious Dr. Zhu wows attendants at academic soiree with his all-embracing knowledge of the cultural world. Ha ha, I wonder, is it sentimental I held on to all the aspects of my old career? But I always wanted to live inside a tomb. Talking doll, you've been wandering around the pieces of the world that was. Wouldn't you like a visit to the world that is to come? The interest of homicide has always been symbolic. Real death has no consequence, and in fact is rather, I don't know that word, kisk? Haha. What matters is the new world we can glimpse in this idea. What is the utopia of murder? Oh, I don't like that. The sun and moon, knives, ropes, building clouds, steel streets, and dark blue fields, a trembling and horrible suspense that envelops all things, changing them completely while leaving them unchanged. The new world will need laws and art. We can teach them to be the hand that guides the knife, the hands of the killer. Did you know I saw him once? It was night like this. I knew my life would have to change. The most beautiful feeling I know is being able to see history unfolding, seeing yourself at the crest of that wave. A new world emerges from the coffin of the old. I have seen the world spirits splitting open ahead. Where are you? My eyesight is quite bad these days. Ha ha. I haven't moved like this for quite a while. None of us tend to leave campus these days. You know how it is. As you think, and the thickets grow denser. I can still hear the flat droning voice behind me, but these corridors seem quieter, more familiar. I could swear I once found a lost cache of troll dolls inside one of these rooms. This door is locked, but it looks more maintenancey than the others. A sticker on the door says, Unseal with hallway access panel. Am I near the location of the long lost air conditioner controls? There's a lever on this, so it's probably the thing that opens the door. I'm getting sick and tired of being chased by murderers all night, and I'm not going to look into this any further. Ooh, that's creepy. Who's that? Ah, it's you. My goodness, the years have hardly altered you at all. Mr. Killer, I know you get this a lot, but I'm a huge fan of your work. I would truly like to see it get the critical attention it deserves. Have you considered co-authoring a paper? Gugh, gugh. Oh, that's spooky. Oh, I guess I have to go this way, though. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I don't like this at all. Don't like this at all. Don't like this at all. Please don't be a dead end. I'm so scared. I don't even want to look back. Whoa! BB's report epilogue. After finding my way inside the vent, I was able to get back to my apartment without any further incident, although all night long strange noises echoed through the pipes. So I'm not going to hit enter because the last game I played, on the ending screen, it actually just exited the game. So let me give you some thoughts before I continue. Again, the art style is really great. The writing is fantastic. The mystery is very intriguing. Um, I think I really only have two criticisms. One is whenever I'm rounding corners, the camera doesn't want to cooperate. I appreciate that I don't have to control the camera. I like that it's automatic. But sometimes I rounded a corner and walked right into a enemy just because I couldn't see him. And the other one is there's a couple times where I had to run from something, but I also wanted to read the dialogue or observe the surroundings, and I don't have the capacity to do all of those things at the same time. I noticed that when the professor, the guy with the glasses, he started chasing me. There was a moment where he didn't appear until I started moving. Maybe you could break up that chase into several pieces so that the player has time to read everything he says. Just a thought. Use that whole pause at the door mechanic. But other than that, I really liked it. It's really interesting. And I love the sort of morbid humor and everything. So yeah, I don't know if you're planning on making another game of these, but I look forward to it. I'm having fun with them. So I'm going to hit enter now and we'll see what happens. The next morning, we totaled up the day's haul. Result, assorted pogs and a pamphlet that must have been placed in my pocket somehow. I thought the pamphlet may have been worth something, but ZZ says there are copies lying around inside the bus station for free. Night School Prospectus. A frightening world, an interesting world to be in. Wide variety of classes. I can't read that last line. The end.